Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Happy Friday. Welcome to a live session with Shopline today. Thank you all so much for the early joiners here. Just to let you know, right? We'll have our speakers here introduce themselves later. But just to let you know, we are taking questions from the floor today as well. We'll pick a few. We'll pick a few interesting ones. So since you're early, you have any curiosity about what you read about Shopline so far, drop it in the comments, and maybe you'll be the ones that are being picked up to answer live, right? But today we have Jonathan, Yoni, and Lei by the order of the screen here, right? And I'll have them introduce themselves, shortly, who they are, what they do at Shopline, and even like what Shopline is about, right? But first, I want to check with the people watching in this session if you can hear me loudly, clearly, no lag. Type 1 in the comment section so that I know everything's working fine, and you can say hi to us as well, right? In wherever you're watching, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever you're watching, you can say hi to us, and you can also ask your question there. Thank you so much. Yep, thank you so much for letting me know. Right now, all right. So back to the main topic. Again, we have 3 persons here from Shopline, right? And I think more of you are going to be wondering, who are they? What kind of roles are they hiring for? And what does Shopline do, right? Let's start with one question by one question first. First off, Jonathan, since you're the person on my right,
Right.
right, you're the person on my right. Why don't we start with you first, John? Can you let us know, who you are and what do you do at Shopline?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks, Brian, for organizing this. So I'm Jonathan, but people refer to me as John. So I'm the key account manager for Shopline Malaysia. I've been in the company for about slightly more than 4 months now. So my job role is more of managing key clients in terms of helping them to learn about the features of Shopline, to help incubate them, then ultimately help them to grow their business, their Shopline business. So we have our e-commerce website business as well as our live streaming business with Facebook. So we help to give consultation, guidance, troubleshooting if they face any difficulties. So that's what my role is.
Very interesting. So you're the key account manager in Malaysia for Shopline, and you've just joined 4 months ago. So I think your insight is going to be quite valuable to, the people looking forward to join Shopline. So thank you so much, Jonathan, for the introduction. Now moving on, Yoni, same thing. Who are you, and what do you do at Shopline?
Hi, Brian. So basically, I'm Yoni. I'm actually, I just joined this year. I'm actually with business development team. So what I do every day, basically, we need to talk to client every day. We are the one that actually bring in all the new accounts for our company. So day to day, basically, we need to talk to clients and also introduce our product to them, and also to consult them that which product actually suit their business the most.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have you and your team to thank for all the good brands on Shopline, right? So now we know. You want to see any brand on Shopline? Maybe you can tell Yoni here in the
talk
comments, right?
To me.
Thank you so much, Yoni. And
Thank
of course,
you.
last but not least, Lei, what do you do at Shopline, and who are you?
Hi, Brian. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Lee. All right. I'm the regional manager for talent acquisition team, and what I do day to day is basically to manage the hirings for the entire Southeast Asia market, which include Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, as well as Vietnam. Yeah.
Right, short and sweet. Thank you so much. So, Lei is the
you.
regional manager of talent acquisition, business partner in Southeast Asia. And I've just heard you got promoted as well
Yep.
as of 1st of September, right? So, congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Right. People hear a title, sure, ears perk up already. Oh, talent department, she got a lot of questions on that. Right, part of the job, right? But keep the questions interesting, everyone watching here. Again, wherever you're watching from, Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, you drop your questions, we'll be able to see it. And if it's an interesting question, we'll pick it up and bring it up to the panelists here, right? So thank you so much, everyone, for joining and letting us know you can hear us clearly, right? So now that we know who you are and a little bit of what all of you do at Shopline. For the people who maybe not so clear, heard of the name, but not so clear about what Shopline does, can you let us know actually, can you tell us more about the business itself? What does Shopline actually do? Yeah, why don't we have Lei answer that?
All right, cool. So basically, Shopline was founded back in Hong Kong back in 2013. We were accepted by the Silicon Valley based on 500 Startups Accelerator in 2014. And of course, in 2015, basically, we expanded to our office in Taiwan, right? And 2016, we have a very, very good investment from Alibaba as well. And then as of 2019 to 2020, our first office is actually started off in Southeast Asia, is Malaysia, and then slowly we actually expanded our horizon to Singapore, Thailand, as well as Vietnam markets. Yeah. So that is a little bit about back then history about Shopline. Yeah, just to share a little bit, and I assume that everyone would like to also know, what we are actually doing, what we are actually offering, right? So, Shopline is actually a platform where we basically help a lot of SMEs who like to digitalize their businesses. All right. So all these SMEs, right, who subscribe to our platform, basically able to build their own website, able to upload their products, and also be able to integrate with, e-commerce marketplaces, including the payment gateway, logistic, and also our POS system. Yeah.
Right. Wow. The little bit is a lot of like achievements and features there.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think speaks to the testament of what Shopline actually accomplishes, right? Just a short introduction already so many achievements, such as very packed few years, right? So I'm gonna take this opportunity for those who still want to know more about Shopline, right? And actually, of course, today's purpose is because Shopline is hiring for 12 roles currently. So if you want kind of like a recap of what Shopline does, and also want to learn more about Shopline and the roles, right? Of course, you can stay here, but you want to read more about it, you can head on over to hirely.com/Shoplight. That's where you can see all the 12 roles they're hiring for, in the fields of marketing, operations, admin, project management, sales, supply chain, and logistics, right? So now thank you so much, Lei, but I'm going to hold you on this line again now, right? Thank you so much for letting us know about Shopline. But I'm very curious now, because we know what the company does, but we want to know how is the company culture actually is like, especially what kind of company culture does the company want to aim to create for the people, to work there happily, and have a sense of belonging in the company. So yeah, short question is, what kind of company culture does Shopline want to create?
Definitely at Shopline, we would like to promote growth, right, and also a sense of ownership, no matter across all levels and also departments, right. I think that is very important, and we also empower our people to make decisions, learn from mistakes, all right, and grab any opportunities at the right time. Yeah, and it's important because we are in the SaaS industry, right, and this SaaS industry basically growing very rapidly in the entire global as well. Yeah. And another thing is we definitely promote feedback and recognition as a part of culture, and we would definitely love to recognize all these in Shopline. Yeah.
Right. And I can really tell, from the backstage just now, all of you are very friendly to each other. Especially to Jonathan, who just joined us 4 months ago, and really, especially, for those who don't know the weight of why, when I say 4 months, it's during MCO period, and for the team to be able to bond so closely, speak so naturally to each other, to me, is a testament of, a healthy culture on display, like what Lei mentioned as well, other than, other factors that she mentioned. So yeah, thank you so much, Lei. So again, you have really, really piqued my curiosity here, right? Since we touched on company culture, can you let us know what are the most important values in a company that someone can help someone succeed, other than some of the things you've hinted as shared, but more particularly, because now today we're talking about, the 12 roles that Shopline is hiring for right now, and of course we're talking to potential people that may be joining Shopline, right? Can you let us know what kind of attitude should someone have to succeed in Shopline and move up the ranks?
I see. I think it ties back to our core values in Shopline. I think that is very important. So number one core values that we always emphasize is play as a team. All right. And second thing is positive communication. And third is always strive for excellence. So these three important core values that we always hold in Shopline. Yeah.
Right. Oh, I think we lost we lost John over there.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. Just a minor hiccup and he's back already. Hi, John. Order switched, but you're back.
Sorry, technical glitch on my side. Please continue.
Yeah, this happens, right? This happens too often, for anybody hosting live sessions already. Yeah, but just in time, John. Thank you so much, Lei Yi, for letting us know. So for the three values, I'm not sure, if those are listed in your company profile on Hiredly. I believe so. So for those who have missed the values that Lei mentioned, you can head on over there to figure it out now, right? Or rather get a recap. So again, John, back in the nick of time, because the next question I have is actually directed to you. So you're definitely one of the hiring managers for some of the roles that Shopline has listed now, right? So if a talent was to interview for Shopline right now, what would you like to see from them that would impress you? That, this candidate is very distinct from the other people. What would impress you?
Great question. So the most basic thing when candidates go for an interview, obviously they need to do their research. They need to come prepared. They need to understand what Shopline as a company does. So at the beginning when Lei was explaining the company background, I hope some of the viewers here take some notes because that will be part of the criteria for the interview. During an interview session, there'll be the interviewer asking questions, and then the interviewee will be answering, right? So hopefully the interviewee listens and listens to the questions thoroughly. Don't come in assuming you know all the answers.
Right.
Come in, to listen, try to understand, and then answer according to what the interviewer wants and what they're asking for. And then they must exhibit some ambition and passion, because Shopline Malaysia is a digital company. It's considered somewhat of a startup in Malaysia, so we're very fast paced, very dynamic. A lot of things can happen. A lot of projects can come just like that. So they should show some energy. Show some enthusiasm when they ask questions. That's very important.
Right, and of course the adaptability to the environment as well.
Yeah. For sure. They need to learn how to adapt to fast-moving culture here, which is hence why a lot of the people in the company they are relatively young. So
right.
That's one of the plus points of Shopline for me, as a 4-month joiner. And then sometimes in interview we will ask, or I would ask, case study or scenario based questions as well. So these questions, there's no black and white answer. It's all a matter of opinion and how you answer it. But what we hope to look for is that these candidates, they show some critical thinking, they show some problem solving skills, they show a good thought process in explaining to us how they come up with the answer, give some examples. So that could tell us, if this candidate is right for the role or not, how they could distinguish themselves.
Right. So in a sense, like proactivity and logical thinking, they'll be able to show how they reach this conclusion.
Just give me a moment. I think my there's a parcel arriving. So
always
I'm so sorry about this.
Don't worry, it happens to be too often as well, right?
Give me like 10 seconds.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. I always encounter the same thing as well. Fortunately, I live with someone else who can help me with that. The parcel doesn't come until you have a very important meeting and have a live session, and that's like so. Extra tip for anyone watching, your parcel stuck delayed. Try to have some important meetings. It will come sooner to you. Yeah. but I think from what Jonathan shared, he definitely seems like he doesn't talk for someone who has just joined Shopline for 4 months. It was kind of a shocker to me from when I heard that, because it sounds like someone who has already been here with years of experience. So I think this very high speed, high achieving environment, I guess really helped someone to grow. Definitely sounds like you have more experience than you just joined for 4 months. It's what I was just saying, John. And
sorry, I'm back.
Yeah. Got your parcel?
Yes, yeah. So I'm not only just working in an online industry, but I'm also a big online shopper. So
you have to be right in this line.
Yeah, you have to understand it, lah. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, John. But for those who missed it, in the introduction, you've seen Shopline really accomplish a lot of things in a short span of years, like what Lei said, just to mention briefly, but the achievement doesn't sound brief. If you're, and what Jonathan mentioned as well, a lot of younger people in the company, and the company really values people who are very proactive in solving problems and show that, explain properly how they arrive at a logical conclusion. If this sounds like you, I think you definitely most likely be a perfect fit at Shopline. Right? So, for those who still don't know, they are hiring for 12 roles, in marketing, operations, project management, sales, and supply chain logistics. So you can head on over to hirely.com/shopline to take a view more about the company and what are the roles that are being listed right now. Okay, now again, thank you so much, John. Now we have Eleanor here, which means there is a question from the crowd, a good one. Let's hear it, Eleanor.
Yep. So there is a question from Kushi, who's interested to know if Shopline is open to hiring internationals in Malaysia.
Right. Thank you so much, Kushi. Default, I will of course go to the person in charge of talents. So Lei, do you have an answer for that?
Yes, definitely. In Shopline Malaysia, we do hire international talents, but of course it's subject to the opening of the role itself, right? I think it's more on the language skills. Yeah.
Right. So definitely not out of question there. It is a possibility, but of course requirements is what determines the ability to hire an international candidate in Malaysia. Subject to the language as well. So if you currently see, I believe there are some foreign language roles that is being listed right now. But if there's none, don't worry about it. First, you can go head on over to the same link, hirely.com/shopline. Then you can click the follow button on the company profile. So when there's any new roles in the future, right, you'll be the first to know, to be notified, and hopefully the first to apply to the job positions as well. So thank you so much for asking that question, and thank you so much, Lei, for answering that, right? So, John, back to you again, You've mentioned just now that you don't come in acting like you know everything, for an interview, right? It's fine if the person doesn't doesn't know everything. It's natural. Nobody knows everything when they join a new company, right? But the most important thing is don't have the attitude to act smart, is what I personally believe. But since we talked about touch on that a little bit, and of course you joined for 4 months only, and you seem very, very capable already. Just now, I was talking, but it shocked me. Yeah, it really shocked me that you were here for 4 months. I just thought you were here for 1 year plus like that. So I'm very, very curious. What kind of training and development activities are in place, for people looking to join Shopline, and are there some of the ones that you have went through?
Yeah. So I guess I seem that I'm more experienced than I actually am in Shopline, because partly due to this reason, I've had a lot of good training and development here in such a short span of time. So some of the things that Shopline offers in terms of training and development, we have a lot of e-learning sessions in the company, such as every month there's a lot of webinars being hosted by members of our team that anyone can register for free and participate.
Interesting.
And go and learn about the features of Shopline, in terms of the back end, how to increase your live sales, for example, how to do digital marketing, those kind of things. And then there's also a lot of hands-on training,
Right.
Provided not only within my team, but also cross departments, cross teams as well. And that can also branch out to regional team, because we have a lot of, and Yoni touched upon this earlier, that we have a lot of products and services being offered, and there's a lot of features being rolled out and released every week. So there's always training sessions on how to, a step-by-step guide on how to use the features, how to teach us how to pitch to merchants, key clients. So those are very vital. And then there's a lot of, because all of us have bosses, right? And it's very important for a boss to be a good mentor, good guidance to you, right? So I've had a lot of good coaching and mentorship. And then, within the team itself, the team is very supportive. When I first joined in, obviously there's a lot for me to learn and understand. And luckily my team was very supportive in teaching me, spending their time, their valuable time in giving me one-on-one learning sessions, having discussions, brainstorms, exchanging a lot of ideas. So I think within this 4 months, even though it's only been 4 months, but I've learned and developed so much already.
Yeah, and all this done again, for those who didn't pick up on it, all this done virtually. I think, John, you haven't even seen the office before.
All through Zoom. Yeah.
Right. No, I really like that, especially, what do you call it? It's not like just learning from online resources externally, but people in the team, like what you mentioned, like digital marketing, someone in the team knows that, and, they would have, classes and workshops to teach other people. It seems like there's a wealth of information that is being passed around in Shopline, that whether it's relevant to directly relevant to your task or not. Sometimes it's good to understand other people's role as well, so you know how to deal with them, properly, work together properly and such. So yeah, I think that's a very good environment that allows you to grow professionally very, very fast. So thank you so much, John, for sharing that. Right. So now, Yoni, we have you here for quite a while already, but I haven't, given you any attention yet, So now the spotlight is on you, right? We talk a little bit about, training. We talk shop a little bit already, right? Training. But now I'm very, very curious, how does, employees at Shopline have fun, at Shopline?
Well, basically because we've been working from home because of the whole pandemic. So of course there's a lot of limitation, but our management is actually very thoughtful that because of all this situation that we can't really see each other face to face. So they actually have a lot of activities, that we have a lot of virtual team buildings, and also like special occasion, like last month we actually have our 8 years anniversary. We actually came out with a virtual party, and then the company will send us some goodies, and like just Merdeka Day we have certain competition as well. So and then company will actually fork out to give us some gift. And it's really it's quite some good gift lah. It's not like the cheap stuff. Yeah. So other than that, we do have team building as well. So every team, the company actually allow us to have a certain budget. So it's actually based on our liking, what we want to do with the team, and based on also different department as well. So it gave us a lot of flexibility to actually do what we think is the best for the team. So of course, I think if let's say if we allowed to go out again, definitely we will have more. But it's just that for now, because of all these restrictions, we do have certain, but not to say this is our best. Definitely, we can do better than this.
Yeah. I think it's safe to say that nobody in the world translate what you have physically, 100% rightly at on the digital space lah. But it sounds like that's not really stopping people at Shopline from having fun. I'm actually very curious about what you did, the competition you did for Merdeka.
Actually,
something you can share?
We do have some posting like who actually post the most creative photo about Merdeka, and then the one that got the most like and actually can won some prizes, and our prizes is actually a line of Apple products, so it's actually quite good products lah, you know.
Right,
Yeah, so
right.
actually that encouraged a lot of us actually really take part of it. So because of, you know, when you work from home, you're stuck at home, and every day, you know, work can be quite tense, but because of all this thing, right, it's actually quite fun because of the gift, and we were like, oh, we want to have this, so we will
Yeah,
really make it happen. Yeah.
yeah. Who says work has to be a chore at Shopline, right? Make it fun as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad. You know, the team is having so much. What do you call it? The positive experience of being an employee of Shopline, not lost in translation after we've moved
Yeah,
kind of like
it's
to
not just
remote
for
working.
the yeah, it's not just for the part that whoever won that get the prize. Actually, everybody got the prize as well. So the management actually take care of everybody. So they understand that because of we stuck at home, you know, we have to work from home. So they have to make sure that everybody is happy as well. It's not just like for the winner. Yeah, so that
Fantastic.
is quite fair. Yeah.
Fantastic. That's very good to hear. So yeah,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much for giving us an insight on that, Yoni. I'll put you on pause first, yeah.
Sure.
Since Eleanor is here, that means there's another question from the crowd. Let's hear it, Eleanor.
Yeah, so since there are a few roles that's suitable for fresh grads and interns, right? Some people actually wants to know what does it take for a fresh grad to stand out from other candidates? And another one role also asks what are the expectations that you have towards an intern?
Right, right. Well, just now John kind of shared, if someone was to interview at Shopline, what would you like to see from them that would impress you, right? Can I just know over here, who is the hiring manager for the interns role listed at Shopline right now? Would it be Yoni or John?
Well, let me take over the
Mm.
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. I guess let's take one example that I hired an intern of HR. Okay, so I think the most important thing is in order for you to start out, basically you need to do extra mile. You need to go extra mile. You need to think out of the box. Not just doing what's supposed to not supposed to basically like doing what we just told you. So we expect someone to do more than just telling you
Right.
what you're supposed to do. Yeah. So I think that
Right.
is very important. Yeah.
Right. I think echoing, what John shared as well. I don't think Shopline will have any differentiating treatment between interns and full timers. The expectations would still very much be the same. I think if I may share just like a little bit of tips to the audience as well, right? Generally, when you go for an internship, you really got to bring your A game as if you're joining like a full-time position. Make the most out of it. Don't treat it as like a summer job. I'm just here to get something written on my CV, my credits, and all the other stuff lah, right? But actually take it as an experience of how is it like, working at the company, as if you are joining as a full-timer. So thank you so much, Lei, for answering that question. And thank you so much to both of, people from the audience that asked the question. Right. So back to you, Yoni. So,
Yeah.
well, my next question to you is, it seems like you have a lot of good fun at Shopline already, but generally, what has your experience been like? What have you learned by working here? And in what ways did you grow as a person, both professionally and could be personally as well?
I think like what John mentioned earlier, so Shopline Malaysia is actually a startup in Malaysia. So definitely our working pace is very fast. So it actually makes me push me work faster. That's one. And also because of that, it actually unlocks certain potential in me that I actually didn't know. So for example, like I actually back then I couldn't multitask, but now here in Shopline, because we work very fast, so basically we need to actually cope with maybe a few tasks at one time. But I think this is actually quite good because you never know what you can do more until
Mhm.
when you come to certain situation, right? But other than
Right.
that, also I actually developed the skill of actually guiding a team. So basically, we started with a small team. So the management will actually arrange in a way that you will start with like one or two, and then slowly they will actually add on more candidate. So they actually allow us to grow in the sense that you can actually lead us started with a small team, then slowly they will also guide you and also how you can actually inspire people as well. So inspiration also one main thing that actually I didn't notice that I could inspire people, and it's
Right.
actually very interesting when you actually started to know them and started to get to know each other. Slowly you guys are in the team, and slowly you fight together. You work together even like sometimes at late night. That kind of experience is very different, and
Mm.
also in a way it's very satisfying because basically you grow from zero, from zero to something. So that
Yeah.
is something that I really find it personally. I would think that is there's some satisfaction level that I actually never get it from other company that I used to join.
Right. Sounds like a sense of
Mm.
job, satisfaction is very high here, from your
Yeah.
experience. And you're right. You're definitely right up there, where if you feel uncomfortable, but because you're forced to grow, right? It's a very much a good thing,
Yeah.
because that's how you discover, in a way, like new abilities. What you're capable of, like what you shared, multitasking,
Yeah.
being inspiration to team members and such. So
Yeah.
yeah, sounds like growth is definitely not going to be a problem here at
Yeah,
Shopline.
because it's not going to be comfortable if you want to grow, but that's actually one of the way how you can grow. Nobody say it's
Yes,
comfortable. Yeah,
yes,
but once you
very,
go through it, then you realize, hey, I can do it. You didn't know you can do it before this.
very much no
Yeah, so
pain, no
that is
gain.
quite. So that is actually something that I surprised myself.
Fantastic. I definitely love that. I to hear that, both personally and professionally, it has done, well, great benefit to you. So thank you again, Yoni. Now,
You.
again, just for the people who are liking what they are hearing, what you're wondering, how can you learn more about Shopline, and of course, figuring out more of the 12 roles that they are currently hiring for. Right? You can head on over to hirely.com/shopline. Uh, if you don't see the role that is currently available too suitable for you right now, don't worry about it. There is a follow button on the same page as well. So click that, and you'll be the first to know, when there are new positions being listed there. And again, first to know means likely you'll be the first to apply as well, right? So my final question, to help, the people who are applying to Shopline very, very soon, right? And I want you to answer this, Lei Yi. Any advice that you can share for people looking to join, Shopline immediately? I always ask this question as well. Is there something that they have to do at the interview? Do they have to wear a certain color to show like company pride? Any advice for these people in general?
Yes, sure, definitely. I think the most important thing is this candidate should have a very entrepreneur drive, right? Especially in this, especially knowing Shopline, we are, a platform provider, right? And also we definitely want to help a lot of businesses to digitalize their businesses, right? So entrepreneur drive is very important. Number one. Number two is problem solving skills, right? Yeah, no matter what, I'm sure day to day you definitely face a lot of situation where you need to solve for sure. All right.
Right.
The third thing is commitment. A person is definitely who committed to the role, right? It's very important. Yeah. And then the last one will be cultural fit. Yeah. So
Right.
we want to make sure that this candidate is actually aligned to our core values as well. Yeah.
Right. Fantastic. So which we basically have touched all of that during this live session already, So for
Exactly.
those who so for those who did not manage to watch the whole session, don't worry. Soon there will be a recording of this. This last session will turn into a recording, so you can catch up on that again. And of course, we will also be uploading the recorded session in Shopline's company profile, which is at hirely.com/shopline. All the information you need will be there, and as well as the positions opening as well, right? So with that, thank you so much for spending this 30 minutes plus with me, Lei Yi, John, and Yoni, thank you so much for your time. I really enjoyed speaking to all of you and learning more about Shopline. Definitely, it's more than what I could learn for reading up on you online lah. So again, I really appreciate you guys sharing. With that, have a good Friday, everyone. And of course, to all three of you here online with me as well. That's it then. Goodbye and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
being on.
Great day. Bye.
Bye.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Yes, you too.
Welcome to Shopline Malaysia's first grand launch event today. We are a one-stop platform for small or big stores, or even large enterprises across Southeast Asia.
Hi everyone, I'm Fiona and I'm very, very happy to be in Malaysia to official launch Shopline in Malaysia. When we started Shopline, our motto has always been the same in the past 5 years, which was to empower merchants to succeed everywhere. We've helped over 150,000 brands set up their online presence.
Malaysia is a really good market to be in. We see the e-commerce trends going up and continue to grow. In a very short period of time, we have been able to sign up a few merchants that are locally in the region. And one thing that we continue to say is that our merchant success is our success. We hope that they can continue to grow with us.